Hey, welcome back everybody. So today, to prep for the trailer build, which I got a bunch of the aluminum in, so it's getting ready to get going, I needed to do something to make it a little bit easier. And I want my miter saw to actually sit level with my workbenches. So I'm going to show you an image here I put together in Fusion 360 with what I came up with. So it's just a 2x4 construction. People can change height if you want. I put some casters on the bottom so I can roll it out if need be, but it'll allow my miter saw, the base of my miter saw and the level, to sit right at the workbenches. So we're gonna get that put together and I'll kind of show you along the way. We'll get some of the wood cut and I'll even share some of the dimensions and some images. If all goes well, it should only take 5 8-foot 2x4s and we'll have everything there, and then some plywood just for base on it. So let's get into it and get this thing put together. Before we get into the actually cutting all the wood and all that, I thought I would share though the drawing right out of Fusion 360 that I put together with all the different sizes, the quantities. We'll shift this a little bit. It's not going to be exact when I'm done. That's the one thing that will change. So from here though, I took this and was able to figure out exactly what I needed. So in order to determine how much lumber I needed, how many 2x4s, I went ahead and used the free calculator on OptiCutter. I've used them for a bunch of different things. I really like how it works out. So I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. So I tend not to worry about the labels. I take that off. I'll just leave the thickness of the cut empty. If you know exactly how thick your blade is and things like that, you can utilize it. It'll be a little more accurate. But for what we needed, this is fine. So I'm saying I've got 96 inches in length, and I know I have 8 of those sitting at the house. So now what I'm going to do is add in all of the different sheets off of the cut sheet, all the different sizes off the cut sheet that I just showed you. So in this situation, I've got 28.75. I know I need 4 of those. 17 inches, I need 2. So you just keep filling this out until you've put in everything that you need. I'll go ahead and get this all entered in, and then we'll fast forward through so you can just get to what you want to see at the end. So since that's all the different sizes we have, and actually I have a double here, so I'm going to make this 4, and I can get rid of this line as well. Since that's the sizes, once I've got that, I tell it to calculate, and the tool does a great job. At this point, it's telling me I need 6 of the 2x4s. So when I see that, it also tells me what I'll have left. So because of the different cuts, so I love how this gives me then this cut here. When I take the 2x4, it's super easy for me to just measure everything out, and I waste as little as possible. Now let's take a few minutes, get some wood cut, and then we'll be back once I got it all cut to be able to start putting everything together. Okay, so we got all the wood cut. As you can tell, kind of stacked behind me and sorted. So let's go ahead and start putting this thing together and see how it comes out. So time lapse isn't really working. Just I don't have enough space in here. Kind of a small garage. So I'm just gonna show you pieces as they get done. So this is the frame for where the miter will sit onto. It's actually going to angle down. So this will be here. It'll be on the hinges to be able to drop out of the way. So that's the first step done. So for the sides of the main box, because I'm setting them up this way where it's surface on surface, you'll see there. So I want them this way instead of buying up. I'm actually using a pocket hole jig, just doing a couple of pocket holes and just going into the side on each one. Hopefully that should be plenty strong enough. I'm gonna have 8 different screws throughout the whole thing. Just plenty enough on the sides. Okay, so the box is now mostly put together. I went ahead and put the wheels on it as well. The next step is to put these hinges. They're going to go right here so that the miter saw can fold down and out of the way. My goal then is to actually have another top that sits on top of it to use. So we're just going to jump to the end here because I just kept going. Got a little bit of just spare wood I had sitting around along with the Jeep crate. And I decided to actually just permanently mount the shelf for now. I can always just pick up and move the saw and swap it out if I need to. But it looks like it's going to work exactly as I wanted. It's nice and level with workbenches. So there it is. That's the miter saw table. Pretty quick, easy DIY.